After rewatching episodes 1 and 2, I think I'm actually capable of enjoying the show now. I mean, it's pretty, the characters are classy, the Victorian era is such a cool period in history, and trust me, it's still worth the watch. Episode 3 reintroduces the concept of becoming a Beyonder, in which drinking potions will help you reach godhood. There are 9 sequences, with 9 being the lowest rank. The lower your sequence number, the closer you are to becoming powerful enough to box the gods. The first scene shows Dunn standing in front of a member of the Secret Order. The Secret Order seems to be some conspiracy group, since after the seated man is finished convulsing, underneath the cloth, Dunn finds the Antagonist notebook. The Nighthawks speculate that Ray Bieber might be a descendant of the Antagonist family, so Klein begins tracking the suspect down. Something's off. His own Cain is trying to kill him. Dunn steps in and tells Klein that there may be some external force interfering with the divination. At the Chinese gate, our main character is given a pendant allowing him to increase the chemistry with spirits and a better chance at improving divination results. The Holy Cathedral houses a grade 2 sealed artifact, which according to Dunn is very dangerous. I guess we'll have to see. This is giving me major JJK vibes, I don't know why. Klein is introduced to 2 members from Backland, Sequence 7 Nightmare Air Harrison, Sequence 8 Gravedigger Borja, and Sequence 7 Medium Dali. Based on the contents of the mission, they believe Klein is too inexperienced to put their trust in. Tis. Already judging him from the get-go. Just wait, you'll see. 2049 is a dangerous weapon. They think that their best chance at seeking Bieber's family's creation is with 2049's help. Everyone, please do as I do. Do not move. This can be very life-threatening. Understood. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on guys, come on. Guys, what the fuck are we doing? This scene was really funny, I can't lie. Inside the briefcase, 2049 is revealed to be a tiny jester. Klein lays Bieber's coat and would you look at that, it starts running towards it. To be fair though, they did say that Klein has a strange connection to the notebook as well. That would actually make a lot of sense, since it's probably gravitating towards what it thinks is the previous Klein. So based on the intermission scene, the Secret Order is an ancient organization established in the 4th Epoch. The organization barely does anything, and nobody knows much about them. Wow, so they're essentially the same as my local anime tea club. Justin Bieber's ancestor has finally been introduced, and he seems to be tweaking out a little too much. Directly in front of him, his flesh grabs the notebook, and it envelops inside of his body. Out from the shadows, the clown from episode 1 reveals himself to be insinuating something sinister. The notebook has been consumed, and it seems that there are others wanting to retrieve it. The clown blows up his sleeve, exposing the mark, indicating that he is a part of the the Secret Order. Klein and the gang arrive, and Klein's pendant senses danger lurking in the warehouse. A red misty aura begins to surround the area as their only form of transportation gallops away. Wait, they have magical abilities? Can't they just learn to fly? Maybe the spell is too complex. V, Vi, Vo, Fum. Stand on guard. Level your revolvers. Where are the goth mommy? The creature that sits before them is Ray Bieber at his peak. Ray sees the weaponized puppet they're carrying and begins crawling on all fours. All fours, by the way. This is the alpha male's peak physique. Leonard and Dunn tag team trying to put Ray to sleep. Oh, threats of hell and hopes of paradise. One thing at least is certain, this life flies. I love how they're combining their techniques just so flamboyantly cool. Even Dali joins the group jumping. Yet all of that isn't enough to keep the creature in place. The creature deletes the Midnight Poet, so the shock alone is enough to leave everyone vulnerable. A dead soul. When a Beyonder dies, some of their characteristics are left in the overworld. The strength of these characteristics are linked to their final thoughts, leaving a mental imprint. From what I can understand, their attributes are left behind to existing Beyonders nearby, so it's highly possible that the clown might have manipulated Ray's soul to make his abilities stronger. As Dali is looking for a weakness, Dunn re-evaluates. The creature is under the notebook's control, making it stronger than it usually is. They manage to trap the creature in the magic-infused thread. However, Klein notices something odd with the notebook. It flashes everybody, extends and pierces Dunn through the chest. Leonard also gets thrown back. Our last hope, the Backland members engage with the creature. Why on earth did they think using a rapier against this massive exoskeleton was a good idea? Not to mention the bones were beefy enough to push the man, rendering him unconscious. It was just what Klein needed though. An opening allowed Klein to activate the Night Slumber Talisman, giving Dali the finishing blow. And don't worry, I think she's just asleep. Klein notices something beneath the rubble. The camera pans closer and underneath is the Antagonist notebook. Everything's seemingly okay when Klein grabs the notebook, until the clown rushes towards Klein. An illusion. The clown is sequence level 7, which is above basically everyone there except Dali and Dunn. Everyone is trying to jump our lovely clown Beyonder, but he's just too fast. Okay, what do you think is the best possible way to kill him? A. Trap him. B. Stab him. C. give up because the mission is an utter failure and you amount to absolutely nothing due to your incompetence and insignificance as a human being. D. Pew pew. If you guess D, you're correct. Klein instinctively shot in the direction the clown might have landed. I guess the odds were in his favor because it was a clean hit. This clown is a pretty crafty fellow. He uses a fake to divert everyone to him, pushes the least capable member to the side, lunges the briefcase directly in the middle of the crossfire with strings attached to all of them, metaphorically and literally everyone in the palm of the clown's hands. Wow, absolute cinema. If this is sequence 7, imagine what the higher ranks are capable of. Goodness gracious. Remember the first appearance of 2049? In order to be relieved of the threads, an external presence is the solution to breaking captivity. Either by a tap of the shoulder, a punch to the face, or maybe the fog. This part took me a while to understand. Klein began reciting so that he could reach the fog, teleporting himself to his inner domain to come up with a plan. It worked successfully. However, he cannot dwell inside for too long as his companions are still on the verge of getting decapitated. So Klein ponders. That's right. The divination. Klein casts a spell on himself to get 2049 off his dick, but the clown offers a deal. Klein surrenders the notebook, and in return, he will let all of them go, giving Klein additional tokens and as the former seer, help him move up a sequence number. So generous. Leonard, I see you. Huh? Impossible. How am I connected to the threads? How is he not? Wait, is it all RNG? Always has been. The group successfully returns and they congratulate Klein for his outstanding performance. The Backlund duo acknowledge Klein's potential, in which Klein shrugs it off in embarrassment. Yet there was one thing still troubling Klein's mind. Absorbing the notebook was dangerous. Why didn't the clown leave Tinkin? Those who are affected by the dark magic often make foolish choices, which is precisely why Klein's former classmates tragically perished to the notebook's influence. They lose the ability to think for themselves, submitting to the power of the notebook, and eventually, if it's too much, they march to their own death. Towards the end of the episode, Klein visits his former college. The campus looks stunning. Klein confronts the professor about his recent conflicts with the Antigonus family and the ominous notebook. He recalls the clown who was chanting, Hornatius, Hornatius, and it's the location in the mountain range for where the nation of Evernight resides. Antigonus family? Nation of Evernight. I reckon I've heard that name somewhere before, not sure though. Professor, if you find something, please let me know through email. I will. So how's work? It's good. My work indulges in my interest to seek out historical relics of the past. Sounds pretty chill. But remember, you could very easily wander into places you weren't meant to look into. Be careful, Klein. Thanks. Okay, bye. What a lovely kid. Really lovely kid. Before I hop to episode 4, I just want to say I'm genuinely enjoying this show. I mean, I probably sound like an NPC for saying, oh, this show is confusing for the millionth time. But hey, if any light novel readers are watching this, which I know a good handful of you are, cut us some slack. Hold our hands. Don't spoil us, please. We're all in this together. I love you guys. I'm just kidding. Lord of Mysteries is my favorite anime. It's my favorite anime of all time. Klein is such a fire isekai protagonist. I think this episode is my favorite thus far. After the intense battle that just concluded, I think it's definitely refreshing to see the expansion of the story's world building and allowing me, the viewer, to process everything readily. I really enjoyed the soft yet natural sibling dynamic with the sister N as a family, seeing O'Neill being compensated for being sincere simply by returning a lost wallet that he found on the ground. Unless he was using magic, I don't know. It's still a lighthearted scene. I've been snooping around and I've noticed that collectively a lot of us agree that the pacing for the first 3 episodes was fast. Repeating what I said in the last video, it isn't difficult to pick up. There was an adjustment period for me. Will I read the source material? Maybe, but not right now. Lord of the Mysteries gets better the more you watch. Every scene is absolutely stunning. The shift of tone is definitely there. The episode introduces the Oracle. It's confirmed that they orchestrated the death of Klein and his friends. Oracle seems to have control of Vincent, who is on his knees begging for another chance. Based on their totally normal conversation, there seems to be someone higher in command essentially sacrificing individuals to the antagonist notebook. Vincent finds out that their little sacrificial lamb survived and has brought the notebook to the Nighthawks. Klein still has a lingering desire to return home. As for the readings from the tarots, he's been told that he isn't able to return anytime soon. Although the teller told him that it is indeed possible to return home from this world, which is neat, Klein receives unexpected praise from their top dog fortune teller. He also seems to be eagerly waiting for Klein. Well, what do you know? Klein does a quick scan in the room. Everyone appears to be healthy, including Vincent. Though I couldn't really tell, he may have some problems mentally. I wouldn't be surprised. The red-haired girl passes by Klein, and he feels something off about her. Vincent proceeds with the fortune telling and tells Klein to attend the family gathering. Later, Klein is tweaking the luck enchantment ritual to redirect the chant onto himself. This will help him connect to the fog and may possibly help him aid in returning home. Melissa's at the door and she was wondering if Klein wanted to go to her friend's birthday party. He says yes, but first, a quick stop to visit his worshippers. Since their last meeting, Justice has already obtained the spectator title. Her role is now to stay aloof and observant, speak calmly with clear focus and intent, and she should also take advantage of the potion's power. Find out what the potion's name represents, and don't lose yourself in the process. I would fold. It's not about grasping, it's about digesting. Not discovery, but acting. Her dog is now a beyonder. Klein makes both of them go on a fetch quest to find Rozelle's diary so he can go home. Of course he wouldn't tell them that though. He also requests that they chant the modified luck enchantment ritual before bed. This may be vital later on. Night has fallen and the party still goes on. Melissa and her friends unbox a mirror in their room. It's a high tier magic mirror that Vincent made for them. Already a bad sign. I honestly have no idea why divination is popular among the common folk. It reminded me of when I was too afraid to chant Bloody Mary in the mirror as a child. So glad I didn't. The mirror activates and Selena becomes possessed. Everything is happening too fast. There's no time to contact the Nighthawks. The build-up for this fight was substantial. I understand it now. As Klein prepares to exorcise Selena, Vincent too bleeds. He bleeds, buffing Selena to overpower Klein. The light fades from his eyes. He's losing consciousness. Good golly, this motherfucker is so smart. Ever since he projected the luck enchantment ritual onto himself, his signs of vitality took a boost. The ritualistic magic that Justice is doing for prayer returned Klein's strength. He removes the effects of the possession and shoots the mirror, freeing Selena.